video, we created an EC2 instance with the help of Terraform. Today, we are going to learn some basic Terraform commands that we covered in the last video, but we're going to brush up on it. And then I have added some new commands for further learning. So let's just dive in. First is Terraform init. Terraform init is nothing but initialization of all the providers. So it's initializing what provider we are using, it initializing the backend. Next is Terraform validate. Terraform validate is nothing but checking our file's syntax. So we have this main.tf. Let me just first run this and let's see. Okay, success. There's no problems of syntax in our main.tf, but let me just remove this curly bracket, save it, and then run it. It will show you the exact line where it needs changes. So it says 12th. So that's what Terraform validate does. If there are like 2000 lines of code, we cannot just check everything. So just run this and it will show you exact line where the code is giving an error. Next is a similar command called as Terraform fmt, which is actually checks for formatting. So let me oh yeah, so I forgot. Okay, so let's just check. So there's no formatting error, but let me just do some formatting errors here. Okay. So I've added tab. Terraform doesn't like tabs, so let's just see. It will just push this back to the main location, and then it will tell me that it changed this file. So let's see. All right, great. So it brought it back to the location, and it told me that it has changed main.tf. So this is what formatting does, Terraform format and Terraform validate. Next is Terraform plan. Terraform plan, we covered it in last video. It's nothing but tells you what changes are being performed in main.tf. So what changes is like it's adding one resource with this name, and all the changes that it's going to perform gets displayed on the console. So that's what Terraform planning is. It does not execute anything. It just tells you what it's going to change in the next step, which is Terraform apply, which brings us to the next step, which is Terraform apply. Now this actually goes into the AWS console from the backend and then creates the EC2 instance, but it asks us for the approval, which I'm going to give as yes. If you want to skip this step, you can just add a tag -auto approve, which would skip this step and would go smoothly. In further classes, we'll do this because we don't want to have any manual intervention. So yeah, Terraform apply just makes all the changes from the backend. We don't have to go in AWS console and do the 50 to 60 clicks for creating one EC2 instance. I'm not sure if it's 50 to 60, but it's definitely near there. Okay, for a beginner. So it has created. Let's just go and check if we got our instance. Yep. The name, hello bus clan. It's initializing, the status checks, everything is good. Now, I don't want to go and check for the IP from here. What I want is, I want the host name or the public IP without going to the console. I want it to be displayed on the output. What am I going to do? So I will add this tag into our code. So what it does is, it will display whatever output that you need from the instance that has been created. And it will display on the screen without you going into the AWS console and getting the data. Because this is an after creation of the resource, right? The public IPs you cannot get before the creation. You have to have it after the EC2 has been created. So this is an afterthought. But I don't want to go to the AWS instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this tag, and then I will expect the public IP to be shown on the screen. So for this, I will have to, should I create a EC2 instance again? Should I apply it again? But I have the EC2 instance already, so applying doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is another Terraform command is Terraform refresh. What Terraform refresh does is it checks its previous state to the current state. The current state is that I've added this tag. The previous state was that EC2 instance has been created. The current state is that I'm adding this output tag and I want this public IP on the screen. So refresh will do exactly the same. It will just do the change added recently. It's not going to change whatever was added previously. Okay, so let's just do that. Refresh, and it will show you, it should show you what the public IP is for the EC2 instance. So that's what you get. EC2 instance public IP as an output. So now you don't have to go in the AWS console. You can just skip to the next step, which is logging into this public IP. You already have the key name. You already have the IP. You already know the username, that is Ubuntu as default. You can just automate the next step by logging into this public IP or the server and then performing your next task. So this was the next really important command. Now next is you can also output this, let's see, in JSON format. Exactly. So this is what you get. This is a little bit better version of it, but I like refresh. So yeah. Next is Terraform destroy. So whatever in resources we created, Terraform destroy is going to just delete everything, and it doesn't give you any problems. It just deletes it and will ask you for the approval for sure, but yeah, everything will be deleted. Oh, there was a dot there, so it canceled. Let me destroy. We should destroy everything before logging out of this because we don't want any extra charges on your AWS console. So let's just go and check. This is running state, but after doing this, it should be destroyed. So yeah, I know it will get destroyed, but these were the basic Terraform commands that everybody should know if they're trying to get into Terraform coding. So yeah, let's keep learning in the next tutorial.